What's happening, good people? And welcome to Who's to Blame the podcast, episode 480. And we're being brought to you by a title sponsor, St. Louis Organics, located at 8088 Watson Road. Check them out today. Let them know Dre Montez told you to stop on by. Don't forget to visit the website, www.dremontez.com. Oh, it's Wednesday, my favorite day of the week, kids. It definitely is my favorite day of the week. If you didn't get a chance to check out our live show, Montez at Midday, you can check out on our Facebook page, Dre Montez, Twitter at W2B Dre Montez, or YouTube Dre Montez. And today we talk with TMS owner Jason, and TMS is transcranial magnetic stimulation. Transcranial magnetic stimulation, TMS. It helps deal with depression and PTSD. And you can find out more information by visiting www.chesterfieldtms.com. Here's the logo right here. It's those guys right there for you. Check them on out today. Got something for you. If you're celebrating a birthday today, happy birthday to you. Anniversary, happy anniversary to you. If you got a kid on the way, congratulations. Or if you're just happy, fuck it. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to be happy. Don't we all? I think everyone deserves to be happy one time or another. Well, this has been one of those type of sessions of me observing the weeks in the month of March, what's been going on. We just got through the St. Patrick's Day celebration, all of that. In March Madness is upon us, men's and women's tournament. All right, already. We have equal pay. The women balling out. Go South Carolina. Go Tennessee. Got some exciting games in the next few days here in the men's and women's tournament. That should be a lot of fun. Big time. The NBA has turned into a whole different realm of discussion. I don't mean like barbershop talk or water cooler talk when you go back to work and talk to Leon and Bob from accounting. It's taking that weird ass approach. Like, we have questions. But as in today's episode, we're going to call this Wild the Fuss. And I'm going to give you a few players that I'm thinking of and talking about in scenarios. I'm talking about Zion, talking about Baker Mayfield, LeBron James and the Lakers, terrific Tom Brady, the Philadelphia 76ers, and the Brooklyn Nets. We're going to talk about all that in today's discussion. Why all the fuss? But we're going to take a short break. Be right back. Mountain Man as smooth as a river flows. MountainManScrub.com. Get your scrub on. All right, get your scrub on today with Mountain Man Scrub. Use that promo, Dre Montez. This is what I like to call Way Back Wednesday, or What Up Wednesday, or What It Do Wednesday, or What the Hell Wednesday here on Who's to Blame the Podcast, episode 480. But why all the fuss? I'm going to start this off with Zion, NBA phenom. Been seeing videos of this boy since he was 5 years old, looking like he was 10. Dominating the YouTube sensation. Dominating, just AAU, just killing the game. Gets into college. Everybody wants to go see Zion play basketball. Sell out. And it turns out to be the blowout game, meaning the shoe. Nike execs lost their damn mind. Oh, my God. Oh, this is so horrible. What has happened? What can we do? Then the draft happens. He goes to the New Orleans Pelicans. The sales staff for the New Orleans Pelicans lose their mind because everybody's going to make their quota and get a bonus because they're going to sell out the place. But it hasn't been going the way I think fans of Zion, fans of the New Orleans Pelicans, and fans of the NBA. This has not been a process that anyone saw coming, not to this demeanor. Now, I knew there was going to be a problem with his weight. I knew that was going to be a problem. But I think one of my main issues and points I would like to point out with them why all the fuss portion of the show today of who's to blame. I don't think Zion wants to play basketball that bad enough to be in basketball shape, if you know what I mean. In order to play this game, you must be in physical shape. This is not like the 70s and 80s and even the late 90s. It's not like that. No. You need this here, you need this here, and you need this here. And when you have the tendencies in you for so long, it's hard to adjust, especially for a grown man who's been doing this his whole life. It's a hard adjustment for him to see. It's hard for people that grew up with him and his family try to explain to him because they all been doing the same thing, doing what they want to do. But when you're a grown person and someone tries to give you a structured lifestyle, that's kind of hard to get over the hump. Again, talented ball player has all the gifts and attributes you can imagine on a kid of that size and magnitude. But to play the game at the level that the NBA requires you to do today, I just don't think Zion is really up to that type of commitment. I don't think it's laziness. I just think it's a lack of communication and a lack of understanding. Those three things. And when you have a young, gifted athlete that's going to a different size or proportion that any league has seen, I think the conversation needs to change immediately. You got to have that uncomfortable, real talk. You can't do these things anymore because of the job now. You can't eat 4 pizzas and drink 2 liters and eat a whole bag of Funyuns and have a late night Taco Bell run. You can't do that no more. I know in your mind, you're saying, oh, I'm young. I've been doing this my whole life. No. Because when you sit and sit and sit, it just doesn't transpire the way you think it should. And then you're frustrating yourself. You get in a tube with yourself. Then you get into that uncomfortable spot of an athlete of listening to the naysayers. And now you don't believe in yourself. And I don't want it to turn that way for Zion. But I think the realism of this whole thing, he doesn't understand the work ethic that goes into playing a full NBA season of his size and age. He doesn't understand that. And if someone got real with him, not a coattail rider, not a family member, not a teammate that's in the hole money-wise, but a real motherfucker need to come up to him and say, look here, this how this could go down if you stay on this said path. Or you can look at it this way, because we know the NBA let players and coaches let players take off for unforeseen reasons. You know, you can play the schedule to your benefit. We're not saying you got to play all 82 games, but make it feasible. Get that fan base back in your corner. Still be you, but understand what goes along with the responsibility of being a professional athlete. A young athlete is that at your size and stature. I think Shaq, Antoine Walker, big guys in the league, Charles Barkley, those guys should reach out to him and say, look here, I don't think you understand the word metabolism. I don't think you understand the phrase weight fluctuation. You need to really break that down to him instead of just the puns and the hashtags. But Zion, I'm in your corner, my man. Let's do the right thing. There's Zion right there. Next up on Wild the Fuss, Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield, he's next on the list. You know why? He had one job to do. Just what's so hard If you're good at something, if you have the advantage, why do you feel the need to tell people? Why? We can see it. If it happens, we're going to find out about it some kind of way or another. Now, the narrative changes. Okay, we get that. But I don't get why players feel the need to go to the net, that being the internet, to discuss their displeasures with their team or employer. I have one question. Tyrod Taylor had his lung punctured by a team doctor, lost his starting job, didn't go to social media one time bitching nor complaining. Baker Mayfield, man up. When you point the finger, don't forget you got 3 coming right back at you. So that's what Baker Mayfield has learned. And I think his corner, his team, his crew, his woman, Lord knows he don't listen to the daddy, need to get him to come to a complete understanding of the rules and regulations of social media when you're an NFL quarterback. Understand that. Let's move this thing right along. LeBron James, he's coming to a lot of scrutiny lately because he's doing what, kids? He's point shaving. He's point stacking. He's stat stacking. He's packing his stats because the Lakers are horrible this year. Who's to blame? So what do you expect? What should an athlete do if the team is not doing that good, have no shot in the world of hitting the ocean and you're on the beach? No shot in hell. It's going to take a miracle, a catastrophe for the Lakers to make the play-in game and make the playoffs, to me. But I get it. When you come with the name of LeBron James and the story you were dealt with coming into the league, of course, there's expectations. But there's also realization. OLD has kicked in. I thought I knew everything has kicked in. Maybe I should look at this from another angle or scenario has kicked in. But the whole thing, him passing, becoming number 2 on the all-time scoring list after passing Karl Malone, hey, congratulations. I mean, that's a lot of points that boy done put up. A whole lot of points since he's been in the league. Coming in the league as the chosen one. Whether it's Mike, whether it's Kobe, the pressure has been there. But he wanted all the smoke coming in the game. He wanted all the smoke coming into the game. All of the smoke. He never turned it away, never ran away from it. He's always manned up to the smoke coming into the league. Now, I don't know about the game-winning shots and the free throw lines. That's another discussion. In the leadership values, the past 10 Laker games, the way he's been breaking down on the team and his teammates in front of everybody, I don't condone that. But sometimes you do have to wreck shit up and move some furniture. I do understand that and get that for sure. But I'm not disagreeing with you at all, LeBron James, or LeBrick James, as most people like to call him. But that's why I'm at with that on LeBron James. You know, he's going to get the highs and the lows. Not everybody likes him. But I think for the game of basketball, there's an appreciation value. There's an appreciation factor of what the game has evolved into since the days of David Stern and Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant, and where the game is headed to now. It's a different look, different approach, and a different way to build a team and a championship. Speaking of championships, next on the list, terrific Tom Brady. Well, a lot of people that want to judge people from retirement or walking away from a game or a job or a sport or whatever it may be. We got the tennis star right now, just walked away at 25 years old. But Tom Brady walked away at the right point. You know, lost the game they should have won, but decided to come back after retiring for 40 days, I do believe. And the memes have been out there. You know, he wasn't ready for all that smoke being at home. You know what the biggest issue is, man? Nobody really knows their true identity as a professional athlete. They have no idea. They have been in this box, this corner, this listing, this sphere They've been in there for so long. Some of them since the age of 8. And now here they are 32, 33, and the game is over with. Now what the fuck you want me to do? I've been doing this my whole life. I don't know nothing else but the game. So that could have been a factor. Or, as reports came out, and I told you, well, I wasn't the first one to tell you, that Brady was looking to get picked up by the 49ers. A little animosity, that little poke in the bear moment. Like, I don't know. But why all the fuss over with Brady coming back? Hey, it happens to everybody. When you realize that's not what I want to do. How many people do we know do jobs that they fucking hate? Okay. How's that working out for them? Their friends and family members. You ever dealt with somebody that does a job they hate and you're their friend or related to them? It's not a good feeling. So maybe in the end, while all the fuss with Tom Brady is, maybe he made the right decision. The Philadelphia 76ers basketball team. The reason they made the list is because of I got tired of the phrase, the fucking process. The process. Since the days of Dr. J, I've been hearing Billy Cunningham. I've been hearing this about the Sixers. Then there's a little hope here when they had Pat Croce as owner and they had the little man that could dot the I, Allen Iverson. But it didn't happen. It didn't happen. Didn't happen. And we keep hearing it and hearing it. Great colors, great fan base, great legends that play with the Philadelphia 76ers. Amazing. But can you please be quiet? James Harden looked good for the first week. He did everything right, like the new relationship you in. Open the door for you. Call you in the midday. I work on. Doing everything they should do. Then after that expiration date expired, check-in time. Oh, okay. So calm down on the Sixers. And I'm going to keep it going with the Brooklyn Nets. All the hype over the Brooklyn Nets started when they relocated, moved that team there. Jay-Z part owner, Vaca part owner, Cohen was part owner. Everybody's all involved with Brooklyn back in the house, all this. They get the team together. Doesn't pan out the way nobody thought. COVID, pandemic happens. Injuries are part of the game. Emotional therapy happens with my man and your man called James Harden. Now, we don't do politics on this show at all. But the financial damages for Kyrie to play is really, really affordable to the Brooklyn Nets. And they know it. If it was that important for Kyrie to play, he would be playing and you just pay the fine. But they don't want to do that. So you have my word on the right here on Wild the Fuss. We talked about Zion, Baker Mayfield, LeBron James and the Lakers. Terrific time. Brady, the Sixers, and the Brooklyn Nets. We're going to do something very important, kids, and get up out of here and let y'all have a good evening, afternoon, celebration, whatever you want to call it. But until next time, I'll holler at you. Thanks for tuning in to Who's to Blame the Podcast. And I'm your host, Dre Montez. Well, all right. Like that. You twisted like a pretzel, baby. Now go on and get down. Go on and get down.